This is a CB750, one of the most legendary Hondas ever built. This is one of 3 CB750s in the collection. Of course, you guys have seen the red one. The red one I bought earlier this year. We've won a numerous amounts of rides on it, and I've shown you guys that bike quite a bit. Well, this is a bike that we've had for maybe 7, 8, maybe 9, 10 years. Pretty long time. Now this bike is a little rough condition. This is a very special paint. This is one of the more rare colors in the CB750s. You get up close, you can see that it's started to fade a little bit. You can see almost through the paint here. This paint is very expensive to redo, and most of them have started to fade. This bike only has 25,000 miles on it, and the paint already looks like it does. This has been redone at some point. This is not the original cover. This bike does run, and it does ride. We're currently in the middle of a little bit of wiring stuff with the bike. If you guys do notice, the handlebar isn't quite connected all the way. We're still mounting the wires back up. The light isn't mounted all the way, and all the wiring is still apart. But we've lowered the handlebar and put a little bit of a nicer non-cruiser handlebar on it. If you do take a look just briefly inside to this CB750 right here. This is a 1976. I believe that is a 1973 or 74. In 76, they only made them in red. You can see a little bit of a higher handlebar. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. We had an extra handlebar. I'm not sure if that was an original option, but I believe it was. I believe they came in 2 different options back in the day. In 1975, I believe, they changed the indicators. So you can see the bigger indicators on this bike. We used to have a blue one that had the original mufflers on it, but we no longer have that bike. We sold it a couple of years back. As you can see on this bike right here, it has the smaller indicators, and it is missing the beautiful art of the exhaust that Honda gave us. Trying to source an exhaust for this bike and the other bike, unfortunately, they're pretty hard to come by. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this bike totally just yet, whether we leave it as a unrestored original example, whether we restore it completely, or what the case is. The bike does need a little bit of work. It needs to be slightly cleaned. I mean, the motor is a little dusty from sitting. The seat also isn't original, so we're gonna have to source one of those. But mainly the bike is pretty much all there. It's missing the airbox, as you guys can see here. Both of the bikes are missing the airbox. Even that bike is missing the airbox. Of course, I said I have a third one. I'll talk about that in just a second. But here it is. A pretty rare color. You don't really see this color too often. And, well, it's really expensive to redo. So we're on the fence of whether we want to just strip the whole bike and make it brand new once again, or whether we leave it as is. We intended to completely redo the bike top to bottom, redo the paint, redo everything until a couple of months ago. And that's where the third bike came in. The third bike is completely in pieces. I can't even show you the bike if I wanted to, because it is 100% taken apart. But the thing with that bike is I have the original pipes, I have every single piece I need to put it back together, and every single piece has been repainted, re-chromed, and redone, other than the engine. The only thing the bike needs is its engine gone through and blasted one time to make it a fully restored bike. And that kind of leaves me with this bike. The other Honda over there has been polished, it's been repainted in certain areas, and it's a very good rider. I think we make this bike just an original Survivor with the faded paint and just putting it back to bone stock. Finding a seat and just calling it a day at that. Of course, this bike and the other bike inside, just because they're slightly different in terms of the indicators and everything, it's the same motor, same power plant, and everything about them is the same. If you want to hear what these bikes sound like, I have an exhaust clip video on that bike, and if you want to see what they ride and feel like, make sure to go check out that other video. That's all I have for this one. I kind of just wanted to show you guys another gem in the collection that I haven't shown before, but you guys have definitely seen hiding behind some of the other motorcycles. I really like the orange on this bike. It's very different than the rest. That's all I had for this video, though. If you guys enjoyed, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel as always. Check out a different video, check out another video. If you want to see some more 750 content, let me know in the comment section down below. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.